hot wings, hot topics, and real estate. Host Ryan Spellerberg keeps it real with agents, investors, and insiders every month. No fluff, just good convo exploring the trends, challenges, and questions shaping today's market. Now, here's your host with over 20 years of lending experience, Ryan Spellerberg.
They're on fire. Hey guys, Ryan Spellerberg, the mortgage guy, with another episode of Hot Topics. We're going to have some fun today. So, Austin, why don't you get into your first wing? I'll do your intro for you. So, today's guest grew up in a small town, South Dakota, and never really left, at least not in spirit. Austin is a broker at Bender Commercial, where he specializes in land, ag, and investment real estate. Before making the jump, he spent 7 years at Farm Credit Services of America, but he knows the ag world from the inside out. Austin, welcome to the show. He said you're not a huge spice guy, so I think we'll have some fun with the conversation today. You're going to do great.
As long as my mouth stays
able
to talk,
we'll have a great time. If it goes numb, it's better content for us.
That's right.
So maybe give us a little background, where you're from, what let you into that commercial real estate world.
Yeah, absolutely. From Groton, South Dakota, like you said, small town, northeast South Dakota up by Aberdeen. So God's country, as we like to call it.
Go Wolves.
I wouldn't go that far. Go Augie. But anyways, came down to Sioux Falls in 2008 to go to Augustana. Majored in business and exercise science, and then never left. Met my wife. She's from Omaha area. Sioux Falls was a halfway point for us. All our friends are here, and it really became home. So,
how'd you transition in the commercial world?
Yes, absolutely. That was the question you actually asked me.
That's all right. No, good background. Good background.
So I was working at Farm Credit Services of America as an ag lender over there. Loved the ag. Both my grandparents are from ag background, so kind of always grown up around that, being in a small town, grew up around it. So always had a passion for finance, had a passion to get into ag. So that was always kind of a nice mix. Then when I was in that, really learned that the land, like going through land transactions, was really what I love to do. It was really fun. Got to see kind of from my lender side what the brokers got to do on their side of the transaction, and it was just something that called me to it. I've always enjoyed real estate. It's always kind of been a passion and a hobby, but I never thought I'd be working in it. And one thing led to another, and a few conversations with Reggie and the Bender team. And
they're fantastic.
Next thing you know, I'm repping the brand.
Fantastic. Oh, you might want to skip that because we're going to go into the next one. So the next one is a dry rub. Thanks again to our sponsor, Atomic Wings. They do an awesome job. People love your stuff. So thanks for helping us out. So as we talked about, you were an ag lender. We actually met when you were in ag lending, and you helped me finance a hog barn for myself and a partner.
Great investment for you.
Do you feel like you failed me as a client by letting me do such a huge mistake like that and actually putting the loan through?
No, my job was not to tell you if it was a good investment or not. It was to get the loan approved.
Classic mortgage person answer, no responsibility.
That's right. Wash my hands of it. I would blame your partner on that one. Yeah, I think he's the guy that
we know who he is.
So we know who he is. Yeah, you're out there.
Well, I mean, I suppose you saw some pretty decent deals while you're working in ag financing. Any fun ones that you can talk about?
Multi-generation ones were always fun. It was always fun getting to work with a son coming back to the farm and how they transition him into the farm. Those are always unique conversations, unique deals. So I always really enjoyed those. And then the livestock facilities, hog barns, cattle, those were always kind of fun to be able to be around those. They weren't the typical transactions we did daily. But when you got to be around the livestock producers, that was always kind of a fun deal.
So when an accountant and a mortgage person come in and say, we want to finance a hog barn, you're like, yeah, these guys are morons. Why don't we do that?
That's spot on.
As long as they lose all their money, they can still afford the payment. That's totally fine.
That's right. They got income.
Appreciate that. Well, you're going to have a little heat of your own coming up on number 3. Number 3 is their hot buffalo. So give that one a run.
They're starting to get a little hotter, which is concerning.
This is like a dry rut.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
I know.
So most agents in Bender have a specific focus. I think the ag and land side seem to be a natural fit for what you're looking at. So do you see yourself there long term, or where do you see yourself going on the commercial world? Because it's absolutely varied.
Yeah, there's a lot of different avenues you can go down. These are getting hot, by the way.
They do get a little bit warm.
Get a little spicy. Yeah, when I first started, that was something a lot of them over there had talked to me about is your first few years, you just need reps. You need to get in and do anything you can. If it's a first-time home buyer, if it's a small restaurant in Clear Lake, South Dakota, if it's a gas station somewhere, like, get your hands on as many deals as you can, just get your feet wet. And that's going to kind of direct you as far as where your career path is going to go too. They said, like, I'm just going to find things that I naturally enjoy doing. Land is one that I've always kind of had a inkling I would really enjoy the land deals I've got to work on so far. And then the investment side of things is one I really like too, and I'm hoping that I can kind of steer my career and my book of business that way as well. I've had discussions about personal finance and the Dave Ramsey and some of those things before. So investments, personal finance, that type of stuff's always been something I've enjoyed and been drawn to. So that's kind of the other side that I'm hoping to gear my business towards.
I think, I have a lot of residential realtors on this show, and the commercial ones are my favorite because their clients just look at the math. Does it work? Does it not work? I don't get emotionally involved in it. I can't see myself in this house. So it's a different culture when you're working with a commercial broker. Plus, for you guys, there's not a lot of emergencies on the weekend. It's not like I have to see something because it just came on the market. Yeah. So it's probably a better life balance for you than being a residential realtor as well.
The hours are a great fit. Yep.
Yeah.
I've got 4 little kids at home. Long time ago, probably 6 years ago or so, I met with a couple different residential agents because I had that thought of like, hey, maybe I want to give this a try. And then when I thought about it, nights, weekends, it doesn't work with little kids and a wife who also works. So kind of pulled back on that idea, that dream. Thought I'd probably never end up in real estate. And then I got exposed to the commercial side and how it is kind of like hey, you're 8 to 5-ish, Monday through Friday. There's things that happen outside of there.
You're working with business owners typically, or somebody that's looking at an investment. They're working during their working hours versus on the residential side, you're working when people aren't working.
Yes, exactly. So, from that aspect, I love it. But back to your first point of talking through the numbers, the math. I was having a conversation with a residential agent the other day, and right in the middle of it, she stopped. She goes, "You sound like a commercial agent." She goes, talking about all your numbers and your rate of return and all this. And I said, well, that's the world I live in now. So starting to pick it up and speak the lingo a little bit.
I do see that there's a hard transition between a commercial person trying to help somebody one time sell a house or buy a house. Probably not the best thing for that person, that client. And the same thing with a residential agent trying to help on a commercial transaction. Because a lot of the times the residential agents don't know what a cap rate is. That's scary for your clients.
Yeah, 100%. There's a reason we both kind of spend 98% of our time in our avenues or lanes of business. So
it's like asking me about a commercial loan. I know enough to be really dangerous and try and answer questions.
Yep.
So, all right, next one is mango habanero. This is like a sweeter one. You're going to be fine. It's good for you.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
So besides the heat and the wings, what's been your favorite part of the business so far? And don't say showing small commercial spaces to mortgage people trying to find a new office just to suck up to me because you're on the show.
Yeah, fair. That was going to be my...
I just took it off the board so you had another one to go.
Oh. That wing's really hot.
You don't? I should have warned you, don't cough.
And I'm going to be struggling through this thing. Favorite part about the business
so far?
Yeah, I think I love our team. Absolutely love the company I'm working for. They are a fantastic group. When I was doing my due diligence on them, I didn't really hear a bad thing about them when I asked around town. So that's cool to work for a company that's got such a good reputation.
Yeah.
Best thing about the job right now to this point, I think, is just being on that front edge, the leading edge of what's coming to town. Like what companies moving, locations, what companies expanding, what businesses are reaching out, wanting to move to Sioux Falls and get part of our market share. So it's really cool to be on that kind of leading edge of the development of the city.
For me, that's the most exciting part of what you guys do, because I always love having lunch with you guys because you know what's happening on every corner of town, what's coming up, things people don't know about. That's the exciting part of hanging out with you guys, besides watching you cry right now.
I know.
This is great. This is great. It was so often you didn't know. I thought you were just tearing up because I'm so good at this. I didn't know, but
I'm just honored to be at this table. And you're just bringing a tear to my...
Don't get it. It happens all the time.
You're going to struggle through these next two.
Next one is atomic. This is where it gets a little toasty for you. So give that a run.
Should we get the milk ready? And
Hey, whatever you need, man. As long as you stop crying.
no guarantees.
So it seems like health and wellness are a big part of your life personally. You're a partner in a gym here in town. Did starting a business help make it easier to make the jump into the commercial world because you had some experience in that?
No, not at all.
No? No?
I didn't handle much of the leasing.
Okay.
We moved into our spot. Rory Witt, one of my partners, did that. So no, I didn't have a whole lot of background with commercial leasing or anything. So I can't really say that experience was a big benefit to me.
Would you have done anything different now that you know what you know?
Oh yeah.
Let's hear what?
So we just did an expansion, leased a space right beside us. When we got into it, so this was 6, 8, 10 months back or so. We did not ask for any free rent up front, so we took over the space next to us. Just didn't think about it.
Sure.
Didn't it wasn't suggested to us to do that. So we started paying rent on that baby day one. And about 6 months later, our build out finished. And
Oh boy.
so now we're ready to rock and roll.
Well, that's a good example of why you work with an agent that knows what they're doing. Yes, you've worked through it now. You see the problems that you as a client can have. That's priceless experience.
Yeah, it is.
You just put an education right there.
Yep, 100%. So yeah, you kind of learn through trial what we would have done differently, but now that's, like you said, it's knowledge I can pass on to
Your next client and
the
everything.
client. Yep.
Okay, so last one is nuclear. This has just a little bit of bite to it.
Are we gonna make it through this one?
I'm doing okay.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, it's good for you though. Your senses will be heightened all day.
Something like that.
So get into that nuclear, and a reminder, the rule is you have to eat the entire last wing.
Man, that's right.
So-
I forgot that.
While you're getting on that,
Do people know that you put sauce on these, or did I just tell the?
people know. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is non-extra kicked. This is just straight out of the box. This is our hottest one, and it's it's there.
I can smell it's there.
Stings the nostrils. So when someone's looking to buy something in the commercial world, why do they need to call you? And I will answer this question partially for you while you're struggling here because it's fun for me. But you've been great to work with so far, and you work with some of the best brokers in the town. And not only do you have the time right now to be able to spend more time helping us work on finding our location, but you have the expertise behind you. Is that how you explain it when somebody's like, I'm working with Austin, he's new, why would I work with him besides the fact he can't handle heat?
Yeah, except he's a baby and he cries when he gets a little heat.
You get teary-eyed just thinking about it.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, no, you said it exactly right. I am blessed and fortunate to be able to be in an office with some of the best brokers, I would say, in the Midwest. They are people who have 2-3 decades of industry experience, who have that experience in our marketplace. We put on the Market Outlook every year, and I think that's really an opportunity to showcase that knowledge and our kind of grasp on the Sioux Falls marketplace. So that's what I always tell people. I'm a very self-aware person. I realize I just started in this career and I don't know everything, and I'm not going to try and BS somebody just to get through it or to try and get them as a client. I'm going to tell them if I don't know something, I'm going to tell you I don't know it, but I'm going to go back to our office and there's going to be 10 people that are waiting at the office that I can go ask that question to, and they're going to be able to point me in the right direction.
So, but again,
The lips are a little numb right now.
you have enough time to help people, but then you have the expertise to find the answers to the questions. So
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. And Bender has all the tools, all the techniques, all the market data that we need to be able to help our customers be able to show them the spaces that they're looking for.
now you didn't get to speak at the Bender Market Outlook. Yeah,
I know he's right now. Oh my goodness. I'm putting on a show.
this is going to be great content. Great content.
I can't wait.
If you haven't seen the Bender Market Outlook, fantastic. I would highly recommend it. We can tag it on this thing too, so you guys can go out and watch it. But it is the best overall look at the economy in Sioux Falls every year. It's great.
It is.
So what's next for you, man? How do people get a hold of you?
Yeah. So, my information's on our website. Feel free to reach out to me. My cell phone, my email, those are the easiest ways to get me. My cell phone's probably the number one way.
Got it.
What's next? Just keep growing, keep building, keep learning. Every day is an opportunity to learn. Every deal I get to be involved in, whether it's my own deal, whether it's one of the other brokers bringing me into something. It's been a great opportunity to learn, to be able to use that skills that I learned to go out and have that next conversation with the next person. So, yeah, I would just say love an opportunity to talk. If you have something you're looking to do in the real estate world, would love an opportunity to grab a coffee, lunch, sit down, hopefully not hot wings.
I would recommend hot wings. Watson Cry. It's great. Thanks for coming, man. You are doing a great job. You are way beyond your years in this business already. But that's what Bender does. They train them really, really well. So if you need something in the commercial world, give these guys a call. They're fantastic to work with. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Thanks again, Atomic Wings. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was fun. All right.